Once again, welcome to this policy practice course. Throughout this course, we will delve into Social Work Core Competency 5, engage in policy practice as defined by the Council on Social Work Education, CSWE. This competency is not merely a requirement for social work education licensure or accreditation. It represents an ethical imperative that pertains directly to practice across all levels, micro, meso, and macro. As social workers, we are called to engage in policy practice to enable us effectively 1. Analyze, formulate, and advocate for policies that enhance social well-being, service delivery, and access in rural settings. 2. Communicate and collaborate with stakeholders and professionals regarding the implications of policy and policy changes in rural practice. 3. Apply knowledge of the strengths and challenges of rural settings and populations to social work policy practice. Whether you are working in clinical settings or community-based organizations, where your role may encompass clinical service delivery, grant writing, or advocating for healthcare access, broadband, and transportation, you are a policy actor. This course aims to expand your understanding of policy practice and what it means to function as a policy actor in advanced-level social work practice within rural contexts. Completing the assessments will equip you with the critical thinking skills necessary for effective advocacy.
This week, one of this course is all about getting acclimated to the course. You will identify and explore research interests tied to policy. Watch videos that aid in macro-level understanding of how policy plays a role in social work practice, and begin to look for involvement opportunities. See Week 2 involvement. This might take a little extra time, and we are on a tight schedule for the summer course. You have below major tasks to complete by the end of Week 1. A research topic approval. This class focuses on self-directed study to allow students to dive deeply into a topic of their choosing. To help achieve this goal, for the research topic assignment, you are required to submit your research topic for this class and a brief, 1 to 2 paragraph, explanation as to why you chose it. It can be an existing policy, be sure to note which, or one that you would like to see put in place, but topics are only limited to those that are social issues in need of attention. If it is an existing policy that you feel needs altered in some way, then you will research the existing literature on the policy/population it is aimed at. If you choose to work off of a proposed policy, be prepared to research the need, how it is addressed in other countries/states/towns, and synthesize from that why someone should want this new policy. Asterisk remember, once you receive your points for this assignment, your topic has been approved and you should start on your research. Psychotherapy.net videos. You will watch videos found on psychotherapy.net, accessed like other databases through Concord University's off-campus library portal. These videos cover a lot of ground in a short amount of time that will help you understand how exactly policy fit into social work practice. You might not practice everything you see, but it is essential to understand how and why things happen from a macro perspective. Before you start working on these tasks or choose your research topic, it is essential to review what policy practice entails in the context of social work, particularly as it relates to rural settings. Let's begin. What is policy practice? At its core, policy practice involves the intentional use of social work knowledge and skills to influence the development and outcomes of social or public policy. Council on Social Work Education, CSW, IPS, 2022. In rural settings, policy practice may involve bridging gaps in infrastructure, services, representation, and voice, advocating for equity where geographic isolation, limited resources, and systemic neglect create unique barriers. Daily, 2015. Policy practice can occur at any level of social work practice and includes macro-level actions such as advocacy, legislative lobbying, tracking and analyzing bills, participatory policy formation. Clinicians, case managers, and community organizers contribute by elevating client narratives and linking individual issues to structural injustices. This is also a form of policy practice. It is important to note that policy practice is not only confined to macro social workers. It also encompasses micro-level actions, including documenting and elevating client experiences to inform policy recommendations, advocating for clients within institutions to enforce or amend internal policy, participating in case reviews that reveal systemic patterns of discrimination or service gaps, writing letters of support for policy initiatives affecting client rights or services, collaborating with clients to engage in civic participation, such as testifying at public hearings or contacting elected officials. Micro-practitioners offer invaluable perspectives in policy work, grounded in lived experiences and first-hand knowledge of how systems succeed or fail the individuals we serve. This insight is crucial for developing effective, humane, and just policies. Let's briefly explore the intricate relationship between social work and policy practice. Advocacy for social change. Social work is rooted in the pursuit of social justice, and policy practice enables social workers to advocate for systemic changes that address inequalities and improve access to resources for marginalized populations. Integration of client perspectives. Social workers leverage their understanding of client experiences and community needs to inform policy decisions, ensuring that policies are relevant and responsive to the realities faced by individuals and families. Collaboration with stakeholders. Social workers collaborate with government agencies, nonprofits, and community organizations to formulate and implement policies, fostering a collective effort to address social issues and enhance service delivery. There are strategies social workers can utilize to influence policy in rural areas. These include, but not limited to, grassroots advocacy. Social workers can mobilize community members to engage in grassroots advocacy efforts, raising awareness about local issues and rallying support for policy changes that address the unique needs of rural populations. Data collection and research. By conducting research and gathering data on the specific challenges faced by rural communities, social workers can provide evidence-based insights to policymakers, supporting the development of targeted and effective policies. Building collaborative networks. Social workers can establish partnerships with local organizations, government agencies, and stakeholders to create coalitions focused on policy advocacy, ensuring that rural voices are represented in decision-making processes. Thank you, and see you in our Week 2 video.